This is my grandpa, Bill Selm. And so how long have you lived in Salina?
I moved here in the summer of 1978 when I graduated from Ohio University. Actually, I take that back. I moved to St. Mary's with my parents for a year. So I started teaching here in 1978 and moved here the following year.
So how long did you teach in Salina?
I taught here 35 years.
Did you do anything else in Salina?
I did. I started coaching track in the spring of 1979, and I coached track all the way through 2020. And the last 4 or 5 years, I just did it as a volunteer because I was on the Board of Education.
So what got you into coaching? What made you want to do it?
Well, I ran track in high school and played some football, and I always saw merit in extracurriculars. Didn't have to be athletics, but that was some of what I did when I was younger. And I just thought it was always a benefit. You got to know your athletes as people, and they're also the same kids you had in class. So I just thought it was a plus.
Yeah. What would you say the hardest part of coaching at Salina was?
I think in the later years, athletes kind of got pulled between all kinds of other activities. And I felt kind of sorry for them because they would be in theater and they would be in band and they wanted to be in multiple sports. So it was difficult trying to balance as a coach when they were doing all of these other things and kind of burning the candle at both ends, I guess.
Yeah. So it was just hard to get around all of it and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
If you had advice for athletes, what would you tell them?
Try your hardest. I wish I would have tried harder as an athlete when I was in high school. And I think when you're 23 or 24, looking back at your high school years, 5 or 6 years after you get out, you think, well, I could have probably done better in school. I could have done better in my extracurriculars. And I never heard a student or an athlete say, I regret the effort that I put into it. I've had a lot of them say, I regret not putting enough effort into it, whether, like I said, it was academics or athletics or any other extracurricular.
So you should work hard while you have the chance to.
That's right.
Do that.
And I know sometimes it's difficult to do that because you're distracted and there's a lot of other things going on. But if you're going to do it, give it your best shot. So later you can say, well, if I wasn't successful, it wasn't because I didn't try. I tried my hardest.
Yeah. So, what would you say your favorite thing about the Salina community is?
We're a close-knit community. I can go across to the neighbors and say, I need to borrow something, and they'd say, sure. So people are generally friendly around here, and I like that. I like small towns. I went to high school in Columbus, and I go back there now, and it's just crazy, the traffic, and it's busy, and I would rather live here than somewhere like I did in high school.
Yep. So what's your favorite memory in Salina?
Do you mean like teaching coaching or just being here?
It's in general.
Boy, I guess, it's not one specific thing, but meeting my wife, getting married, raising a family here has been a wonderful thing. And, watching them grow up and now they're parents themselves, things go full circle. Life's a short dance. So, I've enjoyed that aspect of it. And I enjoyed my career as a teacher. I'm very proud of that.
Well, thank you.
You're welcome.